Namaste yogis, it's Melissa, and I thought today that we would do a detox flow. So before we get started, let's take a few moments and ground and center ourselves. We're going to start standing today. So coming to the top of your mat, find what we call Tadasana pose, mountain pose. Pressing all four corners of your feet into the earth here, so your feet can be together or slightly apart. However, you're going to feel stable and balanced. From here, you want to draw energy up the legs. You want your tailbone to be long. Bringing your hands to heart center, closing your eyes, and just taking a few moments. Taking the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Becoming aware of the sensations in your body. Becoming aware of the present moment. Coming into the space that you're practicing in. Always remembering to honor your body and where it's at in each moment, in each pose. When you're ready, flutter your eyes open. We'll begin with Sun Salutations A. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your right leg back, runner's lunge. Gaze is forward here. My left knee is in line with my ankle. Step back to the plank pose, top of a push-up. Holding this first one here, shoulders on top of the wrist. If you need to, you can always drop your knees here. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1, lowering down the knees. We're going to modify the first one. Shifting slightly forward, belly draws in. We lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slither forward into a low cobra. And then exhale, lower back down, and let's press back into a child's pose. Just so you're familiar with child's pose, it's a resting pose. Feel free to take it at any time you need to during your practice. Give me 2 more breaths here. And make your way up. And then tuck the toes under. Take downward facing dog. Hold your down dog for 3 breaths. Maybe pedal the feet right and left. Shake your head yes, shake it no. Just some organic movement. Taking a little inventory of the body. How is it feeling? Then from here, I'm going to drop the left knee down. I'm going to bring the right foot forward. Modifying here, getting you into runner's lunge. Sometimes you have to take that foot and help it to the top of the mat, and that's okay. Remember, there's many ways to get to the top of the mountain. So I'm in my runner's lunge. Gaze is forward. Spring your left foot to meet your right. Lengthen on your inhale and exhale, fold. Take your arms out wide. Come all the way up. Arch back and draw the hands to the center of your chest. Round 2, we'll lead with our left foot. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left leg steps back this time. Right leg steps back, plank pose, top of a push-up. Lower down, chaturanga. I'm going to go ahead and modify once again. Knees, chin, chest to the earth. Slither forward into that low cobra. Or you can press into the hands, lift the thighs, coming into an up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Bringing that left foot forward in between your hands. Left knee in line with the ankle. And then take that right foot to meet your left. Lengthen on your inhale and exhale, fold. Take your arms out wide, come all the way up. Arch back and hands to the center of your chest. Moving into Sun Salute B. Sit back in your imaginary chair. Lift your arms high, chair pose. Weight is in the heels here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your right leg back. Step your left leg back. We're gonna lower down, chaturanga, shifting forward, lower, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts in the air. Bring your right foot forward in between your hands. Warrior one, flatten the back foot, square the hips, rise up, inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down. Step back, lower, chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. Left leg lifts this time. Bring the left foot forward between your hands, flatten the back foot, rise up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. From here, hop or step to the top of your mat. So I'm just gonna step there this time. Lengthen on your inhale and exhale, fold. Sit in your imaginary chair, lift your arms up, chair pose. Press down, reach up, arch back, and hands to the center of your chest. Round 2, sit deep in your imaginary chair, lift your arms high, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back, chaturanga, lower down, up dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts in the air, right foot forward in between your hands, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, lower the hands down, go through your chaturanga, your up dog, your inhale, your down dog, your exhale. Left leg lifts, left foot forward, warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, hands to the floor, lower chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. One more breath here. Bring your big toes together, midline of your mat. Lift your right leg in the air. Keep the hips level, shift forward, draw the knee to your chest, beginning to activate the core. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Extend the right leg back. Take your right knee to your left elbow, coming into that plank pose. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Right leg lifts. Release your right leg down. Now lift your left leg this time. Shifting forward, draw the knee into your chest. Plank. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. 3-leg dog. Hips stay level here. And then left knee, right elbow, come across, working the obliques. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Left leg lifts. And then release the left leg down. Drop down to your knees. You want to grab opposite elbows here, making sure the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. You're going to come into forearm plank. So you can interlace your fingers here or place your hands flat on the floor. You're going to tuck your toes under, coming into that forearm plank. Option also to drop the knees. Keep the core engaged though. So we're going to hold. Thighs are squeezing together, ankles squeezing together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Untuck your toes here, find Sphinx pose. We're going to take a lion's breath to release any tension you brought into your jaw. So inhale through your nose. Exhale. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Make your way back into plank pose on your forearms here. Holding. Then from here, take your right knee towards your right elbow and extend back. Right knee towards your right elbow. Extend back. 3, extend. 4, extend. And 5, extend. Right foot down, left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow. Extend. 2, extend. Remember, it's killing you as much as it's killing me. And 1 more. Lower down, we'll take one lion's breath here. Inhale, exhale. Last round, come into your plank on your forearms. Feet together, thighs together. Shift forward into your tippy toes and then shift back. 2, 3. Remember, you can just hold your planks here, building strength. 5, and 5, and 4, and 3. So strong, guys. And 2, and last one. Lower down. Sphinx pose. One lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right, make your way into that downward facing dog for our first sequence. So our first sequence is about creating space in the body. So right leg lifts in the air. Bring your right foot forward in between your hands. Modification here is to drop the knee to the earth. Right knee's in line with the ankle. The arms will reach up overhead. Second option is to lift the knee up. Then bring the arms up overhead, taking crescent lunge. We hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release your hands down to the mat. You're going to shorten your stance here. Walk your back foot in 1 or 2 steps. It's going to look similar to a pyramid pose. We're just going to do something a little different with our torso. We're going to inhale, we're going to lengthen here. And we're going to hold that extension. Dropping your chin in slightly so there's extension here in the back of the neck. If you need to, this right knee can bend. You can also use maybe some pillows underneath your hands if you don't have blocks. So holding here, feeling a nice stretch in the back of that right thigh. Breathing in through your nose, long and slow. Exhale through your nose. One more time, inhale. And exhale. You'll shift your weight slightly forward, lift your left leg. Keep the hips level here to modification of warrior 3. You can stay here, or you can bring your hands to your heart center. Hold for 5. Up dog the chest for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Fingertips to the floor, left leg lifts. Bring that left foot to meet your right. Lengthen on your inhale here, extend the spine, exhale, fold. Take your arms out wide, come all the way up. Arch back once you get to the top, and bring the hands to the center of your chest. We'll do the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can hop or step back here. Those of you that handstand, you can do that also. So just stepping back, lowering down, chaturanga. Remember, you can modify or you can even skip this part. All roads lead to a downward facing dog. All right, left leg lifts. Left foot forward in between your hands. Line that knee up with the ankle. Pick your option. Knee to the floor, modifying. We're going to keep the knee lifted. Crescent lunge pose. Arms reach up overhead here. We hold for 5. Draw that left hip back. For 4, press into the heel. For 3, smile. For 2, it makes everything better. Last one, find some space. Remember, the intention of the first sequence is creating space. And then from your hands to the floor, we walk that back foot in 1 or 2 steps, taking pyramid pose. The right toes are turning in slightly. Level the hips off here. Inhale, lengthen, extend, and hold. Breathing. Sometimes the space we're trying to create is in our mind. Letting go of things that don't serve us, things that are taking up space, taking up rent, or paying rent in our mind. Letting that go. Give me one more breath here. Breathe. And then bending that left knee, lifting that right leg. Maybe walk the hands forward, getting the hands underneath the shoulders, level the hips off. Warrior 3, you can stay right here. You can bring your hands to heart center. Holding. I'm going to modify this side here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold into that left leg, lift the right leg, and then set the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. Take the arms out wide, come all the way up, arch back, and hands to the center of your chest. Okay, so round 2 or sequence 2, we're going to create some compression in the abdomen area. So lifting the arms up overhead, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, hopper step back. Take a vinyasa if you wish, up dog, and downward facing dog. So we'll start off similar. Right leg's going to lift in the air. You'll bring your right foot forward in between your hands. Remember the modification to get here if you need to take it. Then bring the arms up overhead. Square the hips, square the shoulders. From here, we'll bring our left hand to the back of our neck, right hand to our elbow, slide it to the midline. This could be enough for you today. Some of you can take the right arm behind your back, catch hold of your t-shirt. You might have a towel or something you could grab. And remember, you can stay in this first variation. That's a nice stretch. Those of you that want a little more, you'll come into what's called Focus Warrior. So you'll come up, lifting up, balancing, hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Bending, coming back. Nice and slow. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. You'll walk that back foot in just like you did earlier. Level the hips off. So this time we're going to fold over that right leg like we do in traditional pyramid. So inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Creating some compression in the belly area, a little massage of the internal organs, the digestive organs. You can walk your hands back here, dropping your head down, and just breathe. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the right thigh, the hamstrings. Now from here, walk your hands forward. Try to stay folded over this right leg and lift the left leg in the air for standing needle, standing split. Hold here and breathe. Some of you are going to play with your balance, bringing your right hand to your ankle. Maybe you bring your left hand to your ankle. Oops. Maybe you try to catch a little air time. So those of you that handstand, you can do that here. Everyone else, just hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring that left foot to meet your right. Lengthen on your inhale, and exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing, arch back, and draw the hands to the center of your chest. Okay, let's do the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hop, step, float it back. Take a vinyasa or not. Up, dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Left foot forward in between your hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. This time we take the right hand to the back of the neck, left hand to the elbow. Stay here, holding. Maybe take the left arm behind your back. Reach for that side waist. Then fan the hand up. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Stay here. If you want more, you come forward into that focus warrior. Pointing your toes here. Coming down. Find a point to focus on with your eyes. Dristi. It's going to help with the balance. Bend that left knee, come back. Get grounded and centered. Then release the arms, reach them up overhead, and then hands to the floor. Walk the back foot in 1 or 2 steps. Level the hips off here. And then inhale, lengthen. Remember, we're compressing in this sequence. Fold over that left leg. Walking your hands back. breathing. So sometimes it's not just easy just to let things go. We have to manipulate them a little, massage them. We have to do a little work. Gotta apply a little pressure. All right, whenever you're ready, walk the hands forward. Lift the right leg in the air, taking that standing needle, standing split. Pick your options. So grabbing the ankle with the left hand, maybe you grab it with the right hand, dropping the head down. Those of you that want to take your handstands here, you can. Everyone else, just hold. Remember, you can bend this left knee, get the fingertips on the floor if you need to, if you got really tight hamstrings. Let's hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Right foot meets the left. Lengthen on your inhale and exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing, arch back, and hands to the center of your chest. All right, last sequence. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, hop, float it back. Take a vinyasa. Up dog. And downward facing dog. So this sequence is all about twists. Right leg lifts. Bring your right foot forward in between your hands. I'm going to go ahead and drop the knee on this one. Bring your arms up over your head. Hands to your heart center. Take the left elbow to the outside edge of the knee. This could be enough for you today. Know that you can also lift the left knee up. You can also open your arms. Those of you that combined here, you combined. So find your variation of the pose, and let's breathe. In through the nose and out through the nose. So think of wringing the spine out like a sponge, releasing all the toxins that are stored in the body. 3, 2, and 1. Hands to heart center wherever you're at, and then hands to the floor. We'll walk that back foot in 1 or 2 steps, just like we've been doing. You'll bring your hands to your hips and rise up to standing. We're going to prepare for revolving triangle pose. So we'll do all these twists on one side, and then we'll do all of the twists on the other side. So left arm's going to reach up, and then we're slowly going to come forward, tilting down, bringing that left hand to the inside of the foot. You can also bring it to the foot or the outside, or use your block here or your pillow. Lengthen and then open your chest. Maybe lift that right arm up towards the sky. Maybe keep the hand on the hip. Keep the hips level, the pelvis level. Breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Turn your gaze down. Take your left hand forward. We're gonna come forward here, shoulder right on top of the wrist, lift the left leg. Revolving half moon. And then once again, turning the chest and opening yourself up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Bringing that right hand down, left foot meets it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take the left elbow to the outside edge of the right knee. Gaze over that right shoulder. Stay here. Once again, you can open the arms up. Those of you that fly, you can fly into your side crow here. That's another option. Wherever you're at, just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. 4 more breaths. Then from here we release and we meet in a forward fold. Toe heel your feet apart about 6 inches, that's 2 fists width. Catch hold of your big toes with your 2 peace fingers. If that's not available, grab your ankles. Bend your knees if you need to. So I'm going to grab my toes, I'm going to lengthen my spine, and then exhale, fold. Roll your weight slightly forward here, drop your head down. Inhale, lengthen. Hands to your hips, exhale. Inhale, press down, rise all the way up. One more pose here on this side. It's called dancing or revolving dancing Shiva. So we'll start with the modification, shifting your weight into your left foot, bring your right thigh parallel to the floor, flex the toes. From here, take your left hand to the outside of that right thigh. Lift and lengthen, and then begin to rotate around. Some of you can reach down and grab the outside edge of your foot and extend the leg. I'll show the modification first, and then extend that right arm back behind you. Hold for 5. Find your drishti for 4. Calming the mind. And we focus our eyes on one point for 3, for 2, and for 1. Come back to center, our starting point. Bend your left knee, extend back. We'll go right into the other side from here. We start it with the knee on the floor. Inhale, the arms reach up overhead. Bring your hands to heart center. Take the right elbow to the outside edge of the left knee. Then from here, maybe pick up that right knee. Maybe you open it up. Maybe you take that bind. Find which pose is best for you that you can stay in and you can feel stable and balanced. 4 more breaths. Slowly unwind, hands to the floor, walk the back foot in, 1 or 2 steps, level the hips off. From here, rise all the way up to standing. Right arm's going to reach up this time for revolving triangle pose. Slowly make your way forward. Right hand to the inside of the foot, on top of the foot, outside of the foot. Find which one works best. Lengthen first, then rotate. Maybe lift that left arm up towards the sky. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left hand back. Here, walk that right hand forward. As you shift forward into that left foot, the shoulder's going to come right on top of the wrist. We're going to lift the right leg in the air, drawing that left hip back, taking that revolving half moon. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring that left hand down, right foot meets the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. We take chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Right elbow outside edge of the left knee. Pick your variation. Remember, you can open the arms up. You can stay right here in the first variation. Those of you that want to fly, you can fly here into your side crow. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Wherever you're at, we meet in that forward fold. Take a moment and pause. And then toe heel your feet apart again, once again about 6 inches, 2 fist width. This variation is gorilla, so we'll step on the palms of our hands, like so. Remember, that's not working for you, grab your ankles or your shins, and we just want to fold into ourselves. So I'll take gorilla, stepping on the palms. Roll your weight slightly forward, drop your head down. You want to pull up on the feet at the same time that you're pressing down into the hands. Inhale, lengthen, remove your hands. Bring them to your hips and rise up to standing. All right, dancing Shiva here. Revolving dancing Shiva. Shift your weight into your right foot. Bring your left foot parallel to the floor. Flex the toes. Take your right hand to the outside of the knee. Begin to lift and lengthen and rotate around. Maybe you reach down and grab the foot, extending the leg. Then maybe you take the arm out. Remember, you can also just stay right here. We hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Come back to center. Extend your left leg back behind you. Bend your right knee, step back. Hands to the floor. Bring your right foot to meet your left. Lower down, chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. From here, we're going to hop to this top of our mat. So hop, lengthen, and fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Arch back. And hands to the center of your chest. So we're going to open up wide here. Toes are going to turn in slightly. Take your arms out. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Slowly make your way forward. From here, you'll grab either the outside edges of your feet, your big toes. Maybe you grab your ankles. You'll drop your head down and roll slightly forward. Option for inversion here. So those of you that can take your headstand, you'll set yourself up and move into that. Some of you might also find this is too much for you, so just hold here. So we'll take 5 long, deep breaths. Wherever you're at, lengthen. Walk your hands forward. Spring your right foot to meet your left, and then have a seat. So we're going to move into some back bends from here. So walking your feet in towards your buttocks. Keep your feet parallel. We're going to start with bridge pose. So from here, press into all 4 corners of your feet, slowly lifting your tailbone, your lower back, your lower ribs from the floor. Lifting your mid-chest, your upper chest, pressing into your shoulder blades. Maybe you interlace your fingers and roll your shoulders underneath, pressing into the back of your head. Hold for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower yourself down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. We're going to take a second round here. So set yourself up, feet parallel, hip distance apart, arms by your side. Lift up, nice and slow here. Finding your variation of the pose. Know that you can also do robot arms, like so. Now on this side, you can lift that right leg in the air. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly come out of the pose, and then windshield wiper your legs side to side. Okay, final back bend. Walk your feet in, set yourself up. Press into the feet, slowly lifting up here, tucking the tailbone in just ever so slightly, interlacing the fingers, maybe, maybe not. And this time you lift your left leg in the air, and you'll hold that for 5 breaths. Those of you that want to take wheel pose, bring your hands alongside your ears. You'll come up onto the crown of your hat, and then from here, lifting up, bringing your chest forward through the arms. Hold for 5. Wherever you're at for 4, for 3, for 2, Windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug here. And then let's drop the knees over to the right. Stacking that left hip on top of the right. Extend your arms out. Pick up your head and then turn it to the left. Looking over that left shoulder. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your nose. In through your nose. Out through your nose. Last one. We begin to calm the nervous system down. Coming back to center. Drop the knees over to the left this time. Stacking the right hip on top of the left. Extending the arms out. Pick up your head and actually turn it to look over the right shoulder. And to settle in. Begin to move a little slower here. And then come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees open wide like a book. You can let your arms rest by your side. You can place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Those of you that want one last round of core work, you'll bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Take an inhale, exhale, lift, and then lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, release your arms by your side. Everybody meets in the same place, recline butterfly. 5 breaths here. Bringing your knees together, maybe help them out. Just gonna roll to your right. Some of you can rock and roll forward and bring yourself up. And then from here, we'll do what's called double pigeon. Take your right shin, line it up with the top of your mat. Take your left shin and stack it on top. I realize that's probably not available to everybody. Second option is just to take this left shin behind the right, taking more of a Sukhasana pose. You can also prop up this left knee with a pillow, or if you have a block at home, you can use that. Find your variation. Those of you that want a little bit more, you take it more into what's called 90-90. So creating a 90-degree angle with your left leg and your right leg. So I'm going to take the modification here, stacking the left shin on top of the right. So inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, walk your hands forward. You want the spine to stay long, and you want the sit bones to stay grounded into the floor. We're just gonna hold for 5 breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Slowly come out of the pose. And then just windshield wiper your legs side to side. And when you're ready, let's move into the other side. So taking the left shin, line it up with the top of your mat, and take the right shin, maybe you stack it on top. Keep in mind this side might be a little different than the other side, especially if you've had an injury or something. You can also take this right leg or right shin and bring it behind the left. Another variation, those of you that need the more advanced variation, you'll take 90-90. Creating those 90-degree angles. Okay. And then from here, we lift up and lengthen. Both sit bones are rooted into the floor, and we just slowly walk ourselves forward. Breathe wherever you're at. And slowly come out of the pose. Extend your legs out in front of you, shake them out. We'll do one more forward fold. So we'll start with our knees bent, thighs together, and then take your arms underneath the body, or underneath the thighs, grabbing opposite elbows. This is a nice, safe way to bend. So if you have any lower back issues. So you can stay here. We call this caterpillar in yin. Those of you that are a little more flexible, you can take the legs forward, grab the toes, draw the toes back, and then let the head drop down. So the crown of the head is moving forward as you're drawing the toes back, like you're trying to get the crown of the head to touch the tops of your feet. And I'm going to go back to that modified variation here. And then from here, we just take 5 breaths. And slowly release. Making your way down onto your back. If there's any last minute poses you wish to do, go ahead and do that at this time. If you're ready for your final Savasana, go ahead and open your legs up as wide as your mat. Make some space and take your arms out wide. Get comfortable here. And just let go. Surrender to this moment. Being grateful for your ability to practice yoga, to be healthy enough to practice yoga. I'm grateful for this body. It's the only one that we get. It's our vehicle for our time on this earth. So we need to honor it, respect it, give it some self-love. Pick one more thing that you're grateful for. And then just see if you can let go and just watch the thoughts as they come across the screen of the mind, as if you're watching clouds floating by. Not attaching to any thought or story, just observing. See if you can notice the space between your thoughts, between the clouds, where the sun is always shining and the sky is always blue. That place of peace and clarity that's always with you just gets hidden by our thoughts sometimes. Stay here for at least 2 more minutes if you can. If you'd like to come up and take a meditation, you can do that also, coming into a cross seated position, closing your eyes, and just allow your breath to be your point of focus today. Each time your mind wanders away from the breath, you just bring it back. Remember, it's a practice. Thank you, yogis. May your heart be filled with love, peace, light, and joy, and the light of truth overcome all darkness. Namaste.